Hi, this is Mike from BlueRoadHome.com. This is the first of a series of introductory tutorials on using Reaktor 6 in Logic 10. If you're used to using Reaktor and know a lot about the program, this isn't really the tutorial for you to watch because this is more of just a basic foundation for musicians out there that are just getting started with it. So if you're a musician and you're just getting started with Reaktor and you just want to kind of get a nice little tour around and kind of figure things out and get you started, this is a good tutorial for you. So I'm just going to show you the basics today where we'll open up one of the factory preset synthesizers. So let's go ahead. We'll create an instrument channel, which we already did here. And on the instrument channel, I will select Reaktor 6. And when we open it up, you'll see it's not going to look like much at first. And you can see it says Untitled Snapshot. And snapshots are basically presets. They just like to call them snapshots in Reaktor, but they're essentially presets. Up here, if you go to your left, there's a player tab and there's a files tab. If you're in Reaktor 5, you'll also see a factory tab, but they have moved the factory tab into player. This would be the first place to go. And you'll notice there's a bunch of different things in here to choose from. Now, it's not going to be the same for all of you. I have Complete Ultimate, so it comes with a lot of extra instruments and sound generators and such, like the mouth and the finger. I actually just did a recent tutorial that you can check out on using the mouth in Reaktor as an effects on a drum machine in Logic. You can check that out. It does come with the Reaktor factory library, and that does come with no matter what version of Reaktor that you buy. It's always going to come with a factory preset. If you don't see them here under your player tab, it may be that you didn't install something correct or you moved something, in which case you'll want to come up here under this triangle, go to File, Preferences, and under the Directories tab, you'll want to go down to your Library, Factory, and just make sure it's pointed to the right place. It usually stores the factory content on your main hard drive, but it can be changed. You can alter that. I don't recommend doing it, but just make sure it's pointed in the right direction. That way you'll see it. So let's get out of that. So the first place you want to go is up to player, and we'll go to the factory library, which is the classic factory library, which all of you will have if you have Reaktor. So under here, you'll notice there's subfolders. There's effects, groove boxes, samplers, sequence synthesizers, sequencers, sound generators, and synthesizers. As I mentioned, this program does a lot. So for right now, let's just click on the synthesizers tab. Now you'll notice down here, I have a whole list of synthesizers in these, and you should all have the same ones because these are the old ones that come with Reaktor. And let's go ahead and we will just double click on one. So I'll choose the old Carbon 2. So here we have a synthesizer, and then up here you've got some factory presets. Up here you have some factory presets, and you also have factory presets that you can view right here next to the browser. There's this little icon. It says Preset Browser, F2, or that's the shortcut, F2. But if you click on that, then you select the picture icon because it's a snapshot, so they have it as a picture icon. You can see all of the factory presets. So here, here, and here. You've got 3 different places. User will be empty if you don't have any of your own setup. And as you can see, I don't have any of my own setup. So just click on the camera icon, and this is a nice way to work because then you can toggle through pretty easily all the factory presets. Okay, and then it just acts like a normal synthesizer. You can play around with all the parameters as usual. And as with all Native Instrument stuff, you can right click on any parameter, click MIDI learn, and then select any one of your MIDI controllers, your faders or knobs on your MIDI controllers, and it'll automate to that. So as you can see here, now I've automated, or I have that knob controlled on one of my MIDI sequencers. So you can go ahead then and automate whatever you want, or play it live and just have a lot of fun with it. So you may notice too that when I hover over all these knobs, you get nice examples of what everything does. And I think this is a good thing to keep on. If you don't like it, just go up to this eye, toggle it off. But when you're first starting to get used to using Reaktor 6, I think it's a good idea to keep it on, because it really does explain what every parameter does. So if you're not sure of anything, even on some of the menu items, see, it'll tell you exactly what. It'll tell you right now that we're in the preset browser, or if you want to go out back to the browser to check out more synthesizers, you can. So we'll go back to the preset browser. So I'll show you this really quick. I'm not going to get too into this because this is kind of the deeper stuff, but there's a front side and a back side. If you've ever used the program Reason, same kind of thing. There's a front side and a back side where you do a lot of the cable patching. So if you just hit this edit knob right here, and you'll see right now we're in the panel view up here, okay? Now, if you want to go and see kind of the guts of what's behind this synthesizer, you just click on Carbon 2. Now, it doesn't look like much right now. It's kind of simple. If you hover your mouse over, it gives you a nice explanation what the synth is all about. But this is the power of Reaktor. If you double-click, you just double-click on this, then you get a level deeper into the programming, and you start seeing that there's a lot that goes in to this. Now we're another level in, another level in. This is the base layer, boom, gate layer. Every one of these, you click on these, and there's different parameters within. So it's kind of like buildings within buildings within buildings within buildings. So you can go step your way back out, or just go back out to there, or just go back out to the panel. So that's just kind of a quick overview. And it is nice because when you get in here, see, you can then start, you can right click and you can put your own modules in. So like I just right click or command click built-in module, and you can choose like oscillator, sawtooth, and there you go. It's created, and then you can patch these in and do different things to create your own synths. So basically, you can do this from the ground up as if there's nothing here. You can just create your whole synth just by doing these and adding all of that. But we won't get into too much of that today. So we'll go back out to the panel view, and we'll just play around with a few more of the presets. So anyway, really, really nice, cool sounds that you can play with, and you don't have to get too far into the program to have some serious fun with it. Let's say you want to change your synth. You want to try another synthesizer. So right now we're in preset browser mode. Just go over to this little eyeglass and go to the browser mode, go back into synthesizers, and then you could choose another. We'll go to the classic FM4, double click on that. It'll ask me if I want to save my changes to this synth. I'll just go no for now. And then it'll open up this new one, go back into your preset browser, back to the icon up there, or you could go here, whatever you want. And then you can play around with all the different snapshots or presets, as I like to call them. So there you have it, a very basic tour of Reaktor 6. Go around, check out the different synthesizers, enjoy it, have some fun, make some music with it. Keep making music, enjoying the process. If you like what you saw here today, please rate it. Please leave comments. Please subscribe. And as always, you can email me questions. I will get back to them as soon as possible. I get back to most of them. And I'll see you next time.